Welcome back. Max and I are still in anticipation mode, eagerly awaiting the arrival of our new little girl, but I have made a decision on her name, which is, drumroll, Gracie. The foster carer has been using it with her and feels that it suits her really well, which is lovely. So Gracie it is. One big thing that needs to be dealt with before Gracie arrives is the feeding situation. Gracie is on a raw diet, which I aim to maintain, and Max is on a special kidney diet. Since he's become unwell, he's stopped eating dry food and he only licks his wet food. So it takes a lot of effort to get enough food into him. With his age and his declining kidneys, he's also losing weight. So getting enough food into him is important and can be difficult. So I've been supplementing his eating with syringe feeding. There's a set amount I want to get into him each day. If it looks like he's not going to get there, I give him a bit of a helping hand. But he's improving with that, and most days now he actually gets through what's required on his own, which is wonderful. It's such a relief. But it's pretty important that Gracie doesn't get into his food, not only because it's not the best thing for her to eat, but mainly because I need to be closely monitoring his intake, and if she can get in there and have a little graze whenever she wants, then I won't know what he's eating. So I had to try and find some sort of solution that would be the best thing for both of them. The solution for me was a microchip feeder. These feeders have a lid that will only open when it reads the designated cat's microchip, and that designated cat is Max. I can't see any reason why he would attempt to eat Gracie's food, but there's every reason for her to try his, so keeping his inaccessible to her is important. However, we hit a bit of a snag and we've been really struggling to get it to work properly. And I eventually realised it couldn't work properly because Max doesn't crouch to eat like most cats do. So unique. Not only does he lick his food, but he eats from a standing position. So what was happening was his neck was never going under this hood, and this is where their microchip is read. So luckily the company also provides a collar tag with an RFID chip. So I bought Max a collar, attached the tag, and now it's working fine. I'm not a fan of collars, but sometimes you just do what you have to do. So I've ordered all of the components for Gracie's raw diet, and Max's feeder is now working beautifully. He's nicely in control of that. So that whole feeding situation is hopefully beautifully under control. The other thing that needs a bit of work before Gracie arrives home is the enclosed area at the back of the house. It gives them a nice safe and contained spot where they can still enjoy the outdoors, but it needs a little bit of kitten proofing. Maxie is a bit unhappy because I just gave him some Nutrigel. Let's have a look at what we need to patch up for Gracie. Okay, so what we need to do out here before Gracie comes, we've got this enclosure that's got all net. Let's see the focus on the net up there. Nice little morning spot. Goes all the way back down there. So they can come in and out from the house. There's beds, there's space, there's room down there for a toilet. Problem I have at the moment is this is open, which is no worry with Max because he can't jump anymore, but obviously will need to be recovered for Gracie. I do have a piece of Rio to go up there, which is currently sitting, can you see it? Out there up against the wall. Because this post down here is rotten and attached by big pieces of wood. Basically every time I come in and out of the gate, which is my main way in and out of the house, I need to push and whack and shove and move things around. So this post is not very well attached to the roof anymore. So when the Rio was up before, it was attached down that side and attached down that side on the outside. But with all the movement that that post keeps getting, the Rio keeps falling off. So I have to find another way to fasten it. I think I'm going to fasten it down that side and across the top and suspend it in some sort of saddle. So hopefully then the movement of this, even though the whole structure is moving, the movement of that post won't be such a big deal. The only other thing I think we need to worry about, Max is on his raised bed. The only time he ever gets on that, even though I bought it for summer, is after I've given him some sort of medicine, and I think it gives him a bit of a king of the castle feeling. Now I've just come up here in bare feet, which is not a good idea. So this is the little area they use as a toilet through the day. But down here, I think there is possibly just enough room for a little kitten to stick her head through and get out. So I just need to put something on the outside of that. And then we're done. Everything else out here is safe enough for her and she'll be nice and secure in here. That's it for today's update from me and a sleeping Max behind me. Don't forget to subscribe so you can find out what happens next.